Good morning, it's mid-January. We've got a lovely day on our hands. We're off to another adventure. We're gonna head to the local river and set some lines for Burbot, so let's hit the trail. Made it. Good job. Seems like it's not snowing as much anymore now.
No, it's like really cold, man. I have like air leaks in my face. I keep getting my face.
Yeah, my forehead was frozen there for sure. Okay, do you know what to do if you fall in?
Yeah. Go downriver, right?
Doesn't look that thick.
It's a cold day out here in Alaska, and that's what it takes to have a river freeze up enough where you can come out here and have some fun. And unfortunately, there is no other tracks out here except for the moose. And a moose is pretty heavy, so we're pretty confident on the thickness of the ice, but we are exercising extreme caution. When we come out places like this and no one else has been out here before us, our heart really gets racing and we get pretty nervous. But we have made it to a spot that we found on a map that we wanted to get to, and this is a confluence. So it's where one river is meeting with another river, and that's kind of a good spot you can start for targeting these burbot. So I think we got a spot picked out. We're gonna drill our first hole. We'll find out just how thick the ice is. It is cold though. Yeah, not super thick, but I'm glad we didn't just drill straight into the gravel, right? At least we're in the water.
Those blades just tear through that, huh?
Yeah, the blades are... Okay, so we're pretty shallow here.
Like
yeah,
a foot? Like a foot, right?
Well, the ice is... Oh, the ice is actually that thick. The ice is that thick. So 2 feet, I'd say. But then we're only going... You got about maybe a foot of open water. Feels weird.
Like sand?
Yeah.
What's going on with that? Oh yeah, you're hitting like rocks. I think that's why it's not liking it.
Dang it.
Where were there rocks in the ice?
There was like rocks and ice or something. That was really weird.
Well, that is a bummer, folks. A few minutes into the trip and our auger blades are already out of commission. So unfortunately, that second hole that Eric was drilling, we hit some rocks and it just damaged those blades. They're completely brand new. Eric prepared quite a bit for this trip. Thought that those would be sufficient. Usually we have a second pair with us, but those are conveniently sitting back at home waiting to be sharpened. We made a decision for him to go back. I'm gonna wait out for a little bit. It's not super close, but it is what it is. And we're gonna fire up the chainsaw and we're gonna take some sticks down because we need some sticks for these sets that he's gonna put out. Should it take you a long time? I don't think you're gone for more than an hour.
That's because I was doing about 50 to 60 the whole time. Those are all supposed to be the same length. Look at that one. Man. Brand new blade. I honestly don't even know if you could sharpen these ones anymore. Round two. See if we can get one in there. On this hole right here, we're going to be running a setup called a set line, and basically we're going to set these up and we're going to leave them. We're going to leave them overnight, and then we'll come check them and we'll see if there's any burbot on there. There's a pretty decent current. We're on a river, so the water is flowing underneath this ice. So we've got a nice big weight on here. I don't know what size it is. It says 8 ounce, I'm guessing. And you need to fish for these fish on the bottom. So that's what we're gonna do. The weight's gonna sit on the bottom, and I'm gonna tie a loop. We're using paracord. And then at home, we got part of our lines already set up. This is braided line. I think this is like 40-pound braid. It's got a little clip swivel on each end, so we can make this easy to set these up. The limit's pretty high out where we're at, so that's how many hooks you can have in the water between Arielle and I. It's more fish than we need. I don't know how many we'll get set today. We were aiming for like 10, but I don't know if we'll get that many out. And regulations are different everywhere you go. This area has a regulation on your hook size, so it has to be over a certain size, which we got here. So we got a pretty big hook on there. We also prepared our bait at home. We thawed it out so we could cut it into chunks. The theory is big fish will bite big bait. So we're gonna put some big bait on here. What happened here? Yeah, last time we went out ice fishing, we were chiseling our bait and it was just really hard to get on the hook. So, oh yeah, these are nice and soft. That's a big head piece. And you can put multiple hooks on this one set line. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put this one down there. The weight will kind of sit on the bottom, and then hopefully this fish right here, this piece of herring will sit in the current and a burbot will come by. How much water are we in, Arielle?
About 3 feet under the ice at least, yeah.
3 feet under the ice, so 6 feet including the ice. We also did some other work at home, and this is a broken piece of 2x4, and what I'm gonna do is stick our line through this. I'm gonna make sure I tie it on here really good because we don't want to lose this setup. I'm gonna find the bottom again, right there. I'm gonna kind of wind it around this, and just like that, we have our first one set. And since we're gonna wait 24 hours to come back and check this, we want to try to make the hole so it doesn't freeze too bad. It's very cold. It's been, I don't know, negative 20, 25 at night. So we're gonna put a huge mound of fresh snow, nice dry snow, over the top of this, and that's going to insulate the hole. And then when we come out here and check it, we should just have to chip a little bit of ice and we can see if there's a fish on there. We've got a stick or a branch sticking up here marking our hole, and we've got a piece of surveyor's tape. You have to have your information on your set line, so Fish and Game or whoever, if anyone needs to contact you, they can. We're officially fishing.
Unfortunately, things did not go as planned today. The auger blades are dull again. The first set I think is damaged, Eric says, and then the second set, I don't know what's going on. He's sharpening it a whole bunch, but it's just not going through and making any more holes, which means that we are just out of luck. Got to go home. We have the one set up, and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do from here. Hopefully we can put some more holes in tomorrow.
We made it back out, and we officially have our second hole punched through the ice. We checked that first line, and I got pretty excited. I thought I had a fish on there, but there was no fish on there. We're getting this one set. It's in a bit of a current that's going that way. So I'm gonna put my stick towards this side of the hole. That way it's gonna carry that rope and it won't get froze to the hole on that side. So this one's in. We got a piece of herring on there with a little bit of a Procure like scent, which is also a herring scent. And let's get this one covered up and we'll get it marked. We'll have our second hole in. Where'd my gloves go? Because I'm dying out here.
So it looks like we're in the actual river now that comes into this other river. And that river has a lot more silt in it, so it's glacier water and it's just super murky. A lot of sand in it, which is contributing to damaging our blades. You can probably tell they're sharp today though. We got them going. We're also at a disadvantage because we don't really know this river very well. We haven't been out here in the summer yet, but I did consult some drone footage that we had, and we were able to look at this area and just kind of see how the sandbanks are. So I think we're going to be able to get the rest of our sets out today, hopefully. We're going to be trying a pull set in this particular hole, something Eric did some research on. The other ones are just set lines.
Switch up the bait on this one. We're going to use salmon, and it's got that scent on here also. You can't use like fresh salmon meat, but you can use heads, tails, fins. This is a piece of a salmon head that we froze from the summertime, I believe. Oh, yes. And it's a pretty cool one to try. Like Arielle said, it's called a pole set because you use a pole. Like this is a spruce tree that Arielle got for us yesterday, and basically you go down the hole and you're gonna kind of stick it. Oh yeah. Nice. I just sunk it into the mud or the sand down there about 6 inches. So this one's ready, and we'll tie our little flag on this one. We'll do the same thing. We'll just pile it with a little bit of snow. It is cold out here today.
Yeah, I thought it's colder in the river. It wasn't that cold at home.
This coffee's good. It's hot, watch out. Like really hot.
It doesn't seem like it's digging in.
I know, they're like, look at that. These inside ones are really sharp, but it's these outside ones that are totally blunt. Look at that.
Chip right there.
Well, I don't know how this is gonna work out for us. We got a hold of some blades yesterday, and I bought 4 sets, and they are not cheap. So we've drilled 2 holes. Went to drill this third one here. Won't go through, it's already dull. So this water is so silty. I don't know. It's just like sandpaper on these blades. Like these things are razor sharp when you first put them on, and usually they'll last us like a whole entire season. So these are dull already. I'm gonna put a new set on, and maybe it's just this area right here that we're just not doing good with the blades, but we're gonna leave this area, and we're gonna head back the way we came, down the river a little ways, and we're gonna hopefully just start punching in holes and setting lines. We'll see how many holes we get in, but we got 3 so far.
It's a little bit alarming, honestly.
Well, we made it down the river, and I walked across with my chipper bar, which is this very heavy steel bar with like a sharp tip on the end. And you can use it for like chipping open a hole, different things when you're ice fishing. We use it for ice safety, and since we were the only ones that have been out here this season, you can kind of pound it into the ground really hard in front of you to make sure it's a safe spot to walk. And after drilling this hole, the ice is over 2 feet thick, so you could drive like a huge truck on this if you wanted. But we drilled this hole. I mean, I'm pretty sure that it just dulled those blades, so they're done after 1 hole. I mean, this is insane. This water is so silty, and I think this hole is going to be just deep enough. A little over 2 feet of ice, probably a little bit over 2 feet of open water. It should work. At this point, we don't really have a choice. So we're going to set a line in here. We're just going to do a regular set line. Let's try to get one on this one. Let's put a nice big piece of bait on there. Big stinky one. It goes down 1 inch and it's gone. Okay. That's it. We were in some shallow water.
Oh, dang.
The other one looks like too.
Oh, the other one looks like that too.
Yeah, I think.
You gotta come out here in the summer, man.
Yeah.
Figure out what's going on.
We'll be like, oh.
That makes sense.
It's too cold. Dang it. These things have been going for like 20 minutes, huh?
Yeah, it's probably around 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Just warmer.
It's like a heater.
Well, somehow we actually got 4 holes out here. So 6 today were drilled, 1 yesterday. That's 7 lines all together that we're gonna check tomorrow. Pretty excited. You know, even if we don't catch a fish, it's a little bit early in the season. They breed in the late winter, spring, early spring months, so February, March, and it's January. I think we're just happy that we got out here and got the experience, even though it was kind of a nightmare. This is just something that we've been wanting to try for a while since we've been up here in Alaska, and the area we used to live, the regulations are a little bit different because the population of these fish is not as large. So there's a plethora of them up here. We're gonna come back and check them tomorrow.
We're out checking our sets today, and we jammed out here. We left the little sled at home, and you know, because we don't need anything. We're just out here checking the lines, but we forgot that we do need a shovel. So we didn't bring a shovel, so we'll use our feet today. Oh, it's all like packed in now.
Can you feel it at all or no? Not really, because it's a stick.
Doesn't feel like there's anything on there.
No, it doesn't look like it, huh?
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and put new bait on all of these, regardless if the bait's still on there, because fresh bait is what's gonna be key out here. Put that set in the water for them. Not going too good out here. The first one had nothing. The second one, I think the hook was snagged on something down there, and I was pulling on it and I didn't realize it, but my swivel, I guess, came unclipped or I pulled it off. So this one, we don't have anything set in there right now. We're just gonna cover up with snow so the hole doesn't freeze. Looks like tomorrow we'll bring our gear back out. We got one more over there in this area. Let's see how we did. Oh, there's a fish on there.
I was about to say, it's
Look
moving.
at that. There's a fish on there. Look at that. You see that?
I can't, hun, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Do you want me to hold it?
There is a fish on there, 100%.
I believe you, but we have a little bit of a predicament right now.
Okay, I'm gonna chip that out very carefully with my hatchet.
He's tugging here. Hun, he's gonna get stuck on that freaking ice, isn't he? Oh my goodness! He's so cute!
Man, I can't believe we got one. I'm pretty amazed. This is a pretty small one.
But he probably ate the bait, hun.
But that's it. I mean, that's a burbot. We're gonna keep this guy. So burbot's delicious, by the way. This hole, we didn't put too much snow on it. That's why it froze up. So I'm gonna try to take that hatchet and chip it out the best that I can, put more snow on it. We're definitely setting this one again because this is a good hole. And I think we made a big mistake not bringing our stuff. So we'll get this hook out of his mouth, and I'm gonna try to see what kind of bait we used on this guy. Maybe that's the bait we'll stick with. I couldn't tell what he ate, but I'm pretty sure, or Arielle is, that we set herring on this. It was either a piece of head or a piece of tail. Let's put another piece of herring on this one. This one we will eat. Put our stuff back, and I'm gonna see if I can get this hole chipped out a little bit bigger for us, and then we'll bring the chipper bar next time.
I'm really excited about one. Even if he's a baby.
Hey, this one a baby.
What do you think? I think those other two really shallow ones.
Oh, yes, this is a really shallow one, huh?
I think one of the shallow ones is gonna have one.
I don't feel anything on this one.
Why is it so high up, huh? I wonder if they don't like the salmon, Eric.
Maybe they don't like the salmon, I don't know. Oh yeah.
A fish!
A big one!
Yay!
Yeah!
That was in the deep water.
These are in the deeper water than we thought.
Look at all the silk he has on him.
That's a bigger one.
Look at his look at that, Eric. Look at the
He's silt on him?
the sand on him.
The sand on him.
He's way longer.
He's way bigger.
I didn't think you were gonna have
Look
one.
at that.
It was really tugging though.
Yeah, he's a little bigger than that one, right?
He's much more colorful. Yeah, he's lighter and
Originally, when we came out here, we were thinking shallower water would be better. And this hole and the other one we got one on, we were like, those are a little deep, but we'll just put them in there anyways. This one right here, you could feel that current trying to take that stick. So he was swimming around down there. Let's see if we can get this hook out.
this hole was almost 8 feet.
Yeah, it was probably over, right?
Did this one have salmon or? I'm convinced they don't like the salmon. No? They didn't go for it. Look, you had the scent and everything on this one. Little herring head. Fortunately, we can't use that. We've got to change it out for some fresh bait. But I'm pretty excited. I'm really happy we got two, and we get to come back out and check again tomorrow. you have something on there.
It does?
Oh. No, not now it doesn't.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing on that one.
Next one.
On to the next one.
It seems like there's no fish.
We got completely skunked today. We're gonna try to increase the odds out here and get some more fish, and we've got a hole drilled right here. Let's see, we're about 30 feet from the one we got one on yesterday. And a fun fact, which isn't very fun, is the ice is about half as thick right here as it is right there. So we gotta be careful out here. It's still thick. Arielle said it's about, what'd you say, 11 inches?
No, 13.
13 inches. So we're still plenty good. And we're gonna do a pull set on this one. So I got a couple nice poles right here. Let me get the long one. It's our first year doing this and our first time doing pull sets, and we really like them. They're kind of cool. And there's a pretty strong current right here. We're in the main channel of the river. So I feel like a pull set compared to just weights is gonna stay there a lot better. So let's get our paracord tied on the bottom. We'll get our braided line out to a hook and a piece of bait, and we'll set another hole. This will be, I guess, set number 8.
You can see the current, how it bubbles up. Oh yeah.
There's a major current.
But it looks pretty good to me.
No, it's fine. Looks like there's a fish on there, huh?
It does.
Found a good spot. We're gonna set 2 more lines and we'll do a pull set and probably just a regular set line. And the main river is right here behind me, and that is a slough. So it's like a little tiny portion of the river that forks around this island, cuts through the land, and then reunites with the river a couple hundred yards up there. So fish usually congregate near these, and there's usually some low moving water in there. This looks pretty good. Let's get these set.
Little channel.
Right there. Perfect.
Perfect.
I'm gonna use this line.
We'll see the, so that should be perfect.
And that next one we'll do a pole.
Huh?
I'd rather get one huge one.
Yeah, I'd rather get a monster. Did you get 2 or 1?
I just got 1.
Where'd that other one go?
It flew off. It had too many branches around it. I was hitting the branches.
I bet you shouldn't take off too far, no? They were right across from each other. Yeah, I saw it fall down. They're nice hens. They're the rough grass. It's shocking to see them in the middle of the winter like that. Wow.
Heading out to check our set lines this morning, and we saw ourselves a rough grouse. Actually, we saw 4. 2 flew away. I was able to get this one. The other one I tried to get, but there's too many branches in the way, so.
That's a girl then?
What an awesome little treat, huh?
Is that a girl?
It looks like it.
It's really big. See those colors? It looks like a male.
Look at her neck feathers.
Right.
Is that a male?
See those brown feathers? They
Oh yeah,
stick
see
out?
the green?
Yeah, there's no way it'd have that color.
I guess that's male then, yeah.
It's definitely a male.
Nice bird.
That's why it's big. It's tugging like you have something on it, no? Oh, okay. Maybe not.
Salmon.
Just go check our other ones. I'm really interested to have deeper holes. So like this, Eric? Whoa! There we go. Oh, it's your weight you had to get through, huh?
Nothing on this one. This is the one we got one on last time?
Yeah.
First 3 holes. Nothing today. We're gonna reset them with herring. And we're gonna continue on. We got those 4 to check. And then we also brought all our stuff today. We brought the auger and everything. So we'll see how it goes, and maybe we'll drill some new holes today.
right, things are not looking too great today. We've checked 9 out of our 10 lines and we had 0 fish, but this is the last one, and believe it or not, we can actually feel a fish. Eric got here first and he's gonna let me do the honors. So we're gonna pull it up and see what we got. Oh, okay. Do you see it? It's really pulling it. Oh gosh. That's a pretty good size fish. It's the hugest one we've ever got. That's a good size, right? Pretty exciting, even though we didn't catch anything, but this one, this is definitely worth it. This is gonna be a lot of food. We have a theory about using fresh bait or using bait that hasn't been thawed so many times. So we have some herring and we keep bringing it in and out of the house, like to let it warm up, so when we come out here it's not frozen. And today we're switching over to whitefish, so we're gonna see if the whitefish works. Apparently they like that a little bit more and it's a little bit fresher, so we'll see if that helps. But they're beautiful fish. They kind of look like an eel or something. So in the whitefish goes, and hopefully we'll catch another fish tomorrow. Pretty cool.
I'm feeling lucky. We got a nice day out here. It's snowing a little bit, but it warmed up. It's probably, I don't know, a little below 0. And we had that fresh whitefish bait on there. I'm feeling good today. Let's get some fish. Okay. Nothing on that one. It may be warm out right now, but it was really cold last night. I believe it was about 25 below. So that stick was like frozen in there. Even with all this snow on here, I think when it gets that cold, it's just hard to not freeze. I'm thinking this paracord's probably frozen in there too. Let's see. Wow, this one's really frozen.
Darn.
Dang it, we're gonna have to chip this one. Wrong.
Do you have enough space?
Just bait. Through our short amount of time out here, we have gained some experience, so I think we both prefer the pole sets, which have the long pole going in the hole. I feel like the ones with the paracord, we always have to kind of chip them out, but those ones with the poles, doesn't seem like they freeze in there as much. So this one, nothing on it. You can tell the holes are just slowly kind of shrinking the whole way down. It's not just at the top because of how cold it is. So we're gonna set this one up again. I think I'll probably put herring on this one. We got the whitefish with us too though. That's what it looks like. I don't know if I'd eat it, but if it was fresh, I would. All right, we're trying to go through a little bit of bone on them too to keep them on here. So this one's not completely thawed out. Try to go behind the backbone like that.
Okay, day 4, 3 out of 3 holes were none, no fish. So we're gonna head to the next holes. No, yes, that's these holes are, that hole in there right now is our shallowest hole.
Yeah.
That's like a foot. You actually have one.
We got one on there. This is hole number 5 we've checked. We got one on. It's
Is it fighting?
it's biting a lot. Whoa, hold on backwards.
He's gorgeous.
It's a nice size.
So clearly the size of bait doesn't matter because these fish, they just seem to have a pretty ferocious appetite, and they do feed on other fish, I believe, live ones, so they don't have to be dead or anything. We were actually just thinking that we were going to pull all 3 of these ones out of the 5 we have over here, because the 3 that are in the really shallow, they have not been productive. But we're a little like just perplexed at this point. It seems like no one can really say what's working or what's not working. It's really random.
Nothing. nothing on this one.
That's remarkable.
It's a good hole though.
Yeah.
Checking our 10th set here, which is a pull set, and nothing on these ones. Somehow we have a mystery on this one. The hook is gone, nothing on there, the bait's gone. So we don't know. But we're gonna put another piece of line on here, another hook. We will set this one. I think I'm actually gonna put a piece of herring on this one. Trying to experiment with these fish, see what works better. Honestly, right now, it's like a shot in the dark out here. It seems like they'll go for either bait, and it seems like you don't know which hole you're gonna catch them in. So I guess any hole can be a good one out here. This one's got 2 swivels on it. This one's ready to go. Get this one down in the water, and we're gonna head home. We got that one fish that's ready to go, and then we've got the 3 at home we're gonna thaw out, and we are gonna have a burbot feast tonight. We're getting these burbot processed, and they're actually pretty simple to do once you get the hang of it. And a good trick when you're cleaning fish, this also works really well with pike, is Arielle will take them in the sink and she'll scrub them down with a scrub brush and some vinegar. You'll get all the slime off your fish, but these are pretty cool. You actually skin it with some pliers. Cut around the front, and you just hold on to it. Kind of, I haven't got it in one shot before, but you pull the skin back. Something like that, and now you're left with just the fish. The guts and everything are still in there. And then you pull off this back fin. You go from the back, just like that. And you do the same to the bottom one. And then you can start getting the meat off of them. And what we're doing is getting a piece of belly meat, and then we're getting 2 fillets, all boneless. I've got a bowl here with some ice cold water and some salt in there, and I've already done 2 of the fish. I'm on the 3rd. We'll get this one in there, and then we're gonna move on to the big one. Oh, one piece like that.
Probably gets easier when they get bigger. That's a nice chunk.
That's a long one. This one's quite a bit bigger, and I measured it. It is 27 inches, and it weighs 4.3 pounds, so quite a sizable burbot. If you could catch them this size every time, you'd be doing good. So we're gonna get some nice big fillets off this one. Look at that white meat.
That's a nice chunk.
Oh my gosh, that's like a fish and chip size chunk right there. So far what we've been finding in the stomach of these fish is a eel. I believe it's called a lamprey eel. It's pretty small. And then obviously we were finding our bait. Let's see what this one was eating.
That's a fish.
That looks like a fish of some sort. We've got a couple different recipes that should be pretty good for tonight. And first thing we're gonna do, which I'm really excited for, is we're gonna make pretty much a shrimp cocktail, but we're gonna use the burbot as the shrimp. Arielle's gonna make our sauce for us a little bit later. So I'm gonna do this just like you would do a shrimp. I'm gonna boil it. I don't think I've ever boiled fish. So I'm gonna cut chunks about what you would get on a piece of shrimp. So something like that. Let's get quite a few of these because this is gonna be good. And we are gonna save quite a bit of this because we are also gonna fry some of it up. So we're gonna do it very similar to like fish and chips. We'll do a batter on it. Quite a bit of meat off those. I don't think these are gonna take long at all to boil. It's already cooking. That literally took like 2 minutes to cook, and it's already like flaking. It looks absolutely perfect, and shrimp cocktail is usually served chilled. -17 out right now, so it will not take long to cool this off. I'm gonna stick it outside, and Arielle's gonna get started on a couple sauces for us.
So the shrimp cocktail sauce is going to be horseradish. We've got Worcestershire sauce. It's going to be a little bit of lemon and Tabasco. And instead of ketchup, I thought that we had some of ours left. We don't. We ran out of the last jar. We're going to be using our barbecue sauce, which is really similar to our ketchup recipe. And for the tartar sauce, we have capers, shallot, some more lemon. We have some of our brown mustard, and we have some of our dill pickles that we're going to add in there. Forgot to mention, we added a garlic clove to our tartar sauce, and we're making the mayonnaise homemade. It's really simple. We have an egg yolk, and a bunch of olive oil chilled. I find it works a lot better when it's actually cold. And we're just gonna immersion blend it. It's gonna turn into mayonnaise.
We're gonna fry up the fish, and we are using lard. We're gonna make our batter. So it's pretty simple: flour, baking powder, salt. What else goes in there? And water. But we're gonna add some sourdough. This is extra bubbly right now, so this stuff's just ready to go. Let's put a little bit of that in there. And instead of seasoning the batter, we're gonna go ahead and season the fish. And this is a spicy, I would call it, salmon rub. So let's put some of this on there. And I'm just gonna put it all in there. Why not, right? We've got some of the bellies going down. Those are those flat pieces. We've got some of these huge fillets. I'm pretty excited about that big burbot. It's the biggest one we've caught, and you get a nice size fillet off of it. So it looks like this is gonna be 2 batches.
We have quite the spread.
We're calling this Finger Food Friday because this is all just finger foods.
This is the ptarmigan. Nope, not ptarmigan. I'm sorry, rough grouse. And we have never had rough grouse before.
No, we didn't. We got lucky with this one. The meat looked exactly like chicken meat. So like a light pink color, and it cooked up to like a nice white meat. I'm starting here.
Cheers. Oh no. We always try to say something tastes like something else when sometimes it just tastes like that animal and it doesn't really taste like anything else. But no joke, this tastes just like chicken.
That is good.
I mean, it tastes just, if you told me this was chicken,
it's so tender.
I actually cannot tell the difference. And I have read that these are supposed to be the more preferred of the bird species. They seem like that's just like chicken.
Yeah, these have been kind of hard for us to get. We usually hunt grouse with a 20 gauge shotgun, and it seems like the rough grouse, they spook really easy, so it's hard to get close to them. This time we had the 22 with the scope on it, so I was able to get this one from a little further away. I'm really excited about this shrimp cocktail. This burbot meat boiled and then cooled is just these huge, firm, flaky pieces of bright white meat.
Yeah, we never have gotten one this big, so really, really beautiful chunks of meat, and just like you said, flaky, meaty, really good texture. Really good texture. It's a really mild fish. It doesn't have much flavor.
Honestly, it tastes just like shrimp and cocktail sauce.
I don't even know if I know what shrimp tastes like anymore, but it
tastes just like this. Shrimp is kind of a little bit like tighter meat. I don't know if that's the way to describe it.
Dense?
Not dense. It's like you really got to bite into it and pull it apart. This is a little more delicate, almost like you're eating crab. But this is just...
I know what you mean. Like dent. I know what you mean. This is really good.
Let's eat this for a minute here.
I know.
All right.
And these chunks turned out so big, some of them.
The ones down the bottom should be a little...
like full-on fish and chips.
Cooler. I know. These look good. So we're going to dip it in the tartar sauce. Haven't had tartar sauce in a long time either.
Good chunks too, huh? Okay. I just want to say, I know we don't like fried food that much. You know when just like your food gets to the, like if you're at a restaurant and it gets there and you're just like, ah. That's how I feel. I just want to just...
It keeps so getting better.
It's all good. I can't actually pick it. Do you have a favorite? I can't pick a favorite.
I thought it was a grouse. Then I thought it was a shrimp cocktail. Now I thought it was this, but I don't know.
Full-on chip.
Full-on fish and chips. And the batter, I purposely did it a little bit thinner because, I don't know, when we fry fish or fry foods, I prefer to have not that much of a batter on there. not too thick of a batter. And this one turned out absolutely awesome. The tartar sauce is really good too.
I just realized it's called fish and chips because it's fish and fries. That's the chip, right? I thought the fish was the chip. Okay, folks, I think it's safe to say that we definitely enjoyed tonight's meal.
It's been fun, it's been delicious, and we're gonna go check our lines one more time tomorrow before we pull them. What do you think about that? Chicken. I mean, it looks just like chicken.
Are you going to eat that?
I would not. Go ahead. I don't like a lot of the batter.
Oh.
I more like the pieces that are just fish.
So you like then that's a good one.
That one.
I like the real crispy.
The batter actually fell off this one. This is my style right here.
The reason I like it's not the batter, I like the crisp, thin piece.
The only thing problem I have with that one is just fried. I can only eat so much like greasy food.
I agree. This is you can make this less often.
Look at this little cocktail sauce.
I could
in my
probably
chicken.
eat that every night. What cocktail sauce is?
I mean, look at that.
Whoa.
That is the whitest meat.
No, it's.
Are you kidding me? That looks just like chicken.
Oh, you're talking about that?
Yeah, this is gross.
I was seeing this one right here.
That looks like chicken. Tail.
First time on that hole.
First set of the day, we got one. Day 5 out here. We're pulling them though. So that's awesome. We haven't caught one on this one yet. Nice burbot.
Look at him, babe.
Burbot lunch. I feel like there's something on there.
Really?
But I can't tell because...
Yeah, it looks really heavy.
Yeah, there's something on there.
You got a fish!
How many we get this whole time?
6.
6.
6 in 5 days, and
6.
2 days were 2.
6 fish in 5 days. This area produced the biggest fish. This one and that other big one.
All right, well, we're calling it quits. It's going to be minus 30 tonight, and I think that these holes are just going to be a little bit too tricky to manage. It's pretty cool. We got 2 more fish, I'm not going to lie. This has been a great learning experience for us. It's our 6th winter in Alaska, and this has definitely been a bucket list item for me. And we've tried this before and not been successful, you know, not in this particular area, but we've got the food and we've got some skills now. So hopefully we'll be out here next year, and we'll see you next time.